Hey guys, I just wanted to stop by and catch you up on the Project 24 case study. This is for December 2022. I'm still a little bit behind. Life's been in the way, but let's jump into the numbers and show you where we're at. All right, for month 20, again, the public timeline is just 5 posts, so I've continued to move us 5 more forward. I didn't build any more best pages, just maintaining the timeline and moving forward. It is the down point of the season. It's a little bit slow right now. Since I haven't deviated from the timeline, I don't have as many posts as many people would who would have a lot more money. They would have pushed out far more content itself. But for this month itself, I was still profitable, and the running total income is growing. The overall profit and loss is still uh, pretty much close to zero. I mean, a good month or two, and I'll be back to zero balance on the running profit and loss, in which case a sale would be all profit at that point. December saw the overall number go up for users at about 30%, and I'm pretty happy with that number considering it's still a slow point. I would have hoped for higher because I have far more content than last December. But when you look at the graphs and trends, you just see that it's a down point no matter what. The overall volume of people coming didn't really change much. For Search Console, overall, I had almost 4,000 clicks directly from Google, so I'm happy with it. Impressions are there. The CTR is not stupendous, but it is moving generally up again. Looking at the SERP robots, you can see that basically 1/3 of my posts are in the top three, and I'm continuing to grow everything else across the board. What I am hoping is that it'll continue through this, and I'll start to see some bigger growth out of this leading into the season. For overall commissions, I mean, I had another almost 14% conversion month and $65. It's not a lot to write home about, but everything is profit. For ads, basically what I have is a continual EPMV of about $10 in this slow period. So I am hoping that'll go up a lot once the seasonality comes in and people are bidding far more on advertising space for the niches. Overall, if I was to sell direct, I mean, I'm looking at up to 12,600-ish, and then minus any kind of fees for like escrow.com. Or if I skip escrow itself and just trusted the person. If I was to sell through like escrow.com direct to a buyer, you're looking at $12,600 minus 50% of escrow fees, which would probably be like $250. On Motion Invest, you'd be at about 11,000, and that can go a little bit higher, a little bit lower, depending on sales price itself and fee taken. Outside of that, I mean, I'm only 1,000 down, so even if I sold right now, I've still made a profitable $11,000 asset if I was to sell. The seasonal niches are a lot slower, and these downtimes, especially when I'm measured and following a timeline, make it far less inspired. I mean, normally, if somebody was probably in a very seasonal niche when they were in their downtime, they would have published a boatload of posts, but the public timeline is only 5 posts a month, so if I try and keep to that timeline, I only can choose specific topics that I hope are going to be big winners when volume comes. We are in the final push because we've only got January, February, March, April, May. We've got 5 more months basically, and 4 months basically, and then the follow up month as to in the season. And then I'll continue videos through the rest of the season, but then I'll probably just switch to yearly updates and just keep pushing on the site and publishing, but the volume will probably increase at that point to build it up much bigger and hopefully increase the numbers more dramatically.